Hey Magic fans, it's Paul from the Orlando Magic UK here with your Penny for Your Thoughts podcast game preview for the Orlando Magic. Yes folks, Magic Basketball is back and tonight sees the good guys down in Louisiana to take on the New Orleans Pelicans at the Smoothie King Center. UK tip time is 1 a.m, 9 p.m. for our friends in Orlando and 8 p.m. local in New Orleans. Preseason is not about results. Don't get hung up on the results. It is about conditioning for the players. It's about playing the rotations, seeing what works. Equally, it's about putting into practice some of the things that the team will have been using during training camp. Expect that guys will play around 20-21 minutes. Nobody's going to be playing the usual starter minutes, and there's going to be a lot of different rotations. It's the first outing of both teams so far, so there's nothing to judge on as to who's played and who hasn't. For the Magic, we made improvements last season. Let's make no bones about this. Moving up to a record of 34 and 48, finishing 13th in the East. Yeah, it's a disappointing finish, but when you consider that we had a awful 5 and 20 start, to then see the team go 29 and 28 to close the season, that was progress. It's 12 games more than the previous season. That was the largest increase in game wins in the Eastern Conference. Only Sacramento and Oklahoma saw bigger increases across the NBA. Positive steps moving in the right direction. During the summer, we've brought back Mo Wagner and Goga Batadze, extending them on after the free agency. We took in the draft Anthony Black and Jet Howard. These guys are good potentials. We've also brought in Joe Ingles as a veteran presence through a free agency. He's going to be a sharpshooter for us and something that we will need. He's going to be a good voice within that locker room. Also signed for the moment, and let's see how he goes, and fingers crossed because I think he could be exciting to watch, is 2023 Slam Dunk champion Mac McClung. These guys will be suiting up for the good guys tonight. Now, our projected starting five, it's interesting. Who do you see at the shooting guard position? It's going to be not far, we don't think, from opening night. We're probably going to see Markelle Fultz, Gary Harris or Jalen Suggs, and then Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. starting at centre. Expect to see, hopefully, Jonathan Isaac come back. The guy is fit and healthy. He's been in training camp, he's been playing, he's been in contact. So let's hope that we get to see more than those 11 games that he featured in last season. He was somebody that we all felt could be a Defensive Player of the Year a couple of years back, before those horrendous injuries that he suffered. If we can get him back to anything like that, we have almost a new signing coming in. Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Gary Harris, Cole Anthony, Anthony Black and Jet Howard are going to be rotating through the backcourt as Coach Mosley tries out his options that he have. And we have no injuries listed for tonight. Magic fans, who remembers those days where we had no injuries listed? Wow. As to the New Orleans Pelicans, last season they got off to an amazing start. I think we all forget that actually after 2 months they were leading the Western Conference. Yes, it went downhill from there, ending up with a 42-40 season, which saw them finish 9th in the West. New Orleans could not, however, deal with OKC in the 9-10 playing game, going out on home court, and the playoffs were missed. Season 2023-24 has to be about keeping Brandon Ingram, I'll get my teeth in and say the names right, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson on the court and keeping them healthy. Last season, Zion Williamson missed the entirety of the season. Brandon Ingram missed half. That's a lot of games that these two guys, their star men, were not able to suit up for. When you're actually talking about Zion Williamson, he has only played 114 of 328 regular season games across the last 4 seasons. Keeping him healthy and getting him and Ingram paired together is a huge step for their goal of having playoff basketball. Remaining on that squad, aside from Williamson and Ingram, is the ever reliable CJ McCollum, Trey Murphy III, Herbert Jones, Jonas Valanciunas, Larry Nance Jr. and Jose Alvarado, as the Pelicans GM David Griffin decided to run it back. They did pick up in free agency a really good signing, Cody Zeller, along with Jordan Hawkins in the draft taken at 14. He is a sizable guard. Jackson Hayes, Josh Richardson and Willie Hernan-Gomez have, however, left the team and moved on. Projected starting five, you're kind of looking at CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Herbert Jones, Zion Williamson and Jonas Valanciunas as their starting five. On the injury front, the Pels do have Larry Nance Jr. and Jose Alvarado, both listed as day-to-day, but they are expected to be fit for opening night. So will they risk them? I would guess perhaps not. You've then got Trey Murphy III out for after surgery, and he's not expected back until December, so he's clearly not going to feature, which is a bit of a loss for them, but it is pre-season. So, guys, if you've enjoyed this game preview, give it a thumbs up, like us and follow us, and go Magic. Tonight is the first one. Go Magic.